Hello, everybody. Welcome to our CTV update for Wednesday, June 25th, 2025. Guys, welcome back. I could tell you from yesterday and the day before, it was a hot one. So hot that I took a cart. It was over 100 degrees yesterday on the course with the humidex. But you know, a couple of things, and I keep telling people, one of the ways to keep cool, those beautiful sun hats you sell. And the second thing I do, and it works beautifully, just put a wet rag. I have a special wet tie that goes around the back of my neck. As that water evaporates, it cools, and it keeps your blood vessels cool, and it really lowers your internal temperature quite a bit. So you can, I wasn't feeling that bad yesterday, even though I will say I did take a cart. And of course, you have a full selection of sunscreen in there, and very, very important to wear sunscreen. So today, lovely day. We've got 10 degrees cooler, and it should be a great day to play golf. Big weekend this weekend. We had the Intersectional Qualifiers, and we have our teams picked. I think there's still one spot to be determined on the women's team, but it's on an alternate spot, and they'll be doing a playoff on that. Tyler, why don't you talk about that?
Thanks, John. Yeah, last weekend was phenomenal. The weather was great. The weather was nice and warm. We concluded our intersectional men's, women's, and junior team qualifying. So very happy to announce that our teams are selected. There's still one playoff happening for the women's alternate position, which is going to take place later this week. But if you do go on the member message of the day, you can click on the link to see the full teams. They're all listed there. We're really excited. The intersectionals are just a few weeks away. I'm really liking the teams that we have that we're putting forth for these challenges.
Yeah, that was good too, and I didn't have to yell or scream or anything this week. The scores did get better this weekend. Thank you very much, guys. I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it. You just had to come through. Hey, listen, I want to talk to you a bit about some bunker etiquette. Okay, we're in a bunker, coming out of the bunker, going onto the green. We're tracking sand onto the green. What should you do when you get out of the bunker other than rake it?
Yeah, good point, John. A little opportunity here to improve the conditions, help out Joel, and help out your fellow members and guests. First step, we want to remind everyone to walk out the low side of the bunker. So when you're returning to the green after you've hit your nice wedge shot to 8 feet or so, go out the bottom side of the bunker. That will protect the grass and the contours around the green. We don't want to cave in the lip. Of course, we're going to rake the bunkers. I know we've covered that before. Little reminder to rake all your footprints and the marks left by your club. And then when we walk onto the green, while we're still in the rough section, I always take my wedge, right, and we want to tap our heels a little bit, because what we've seen, as you mentioned, is we're tracking too much sand onto the greens. Rules of golf do allow you to remove the sand if it's in the line of your putt. However, let's be careful with the greens. Let's be nice to our fellow members and guests and make sure that we knock the sand off first. You'll track less sand onto the green. And lastly, it's actually a benefit to Joel and his team as well. In the morning, there's dew on the greens. It's darker. They can't see everything, nor do they have the time to sweep every green before they cut it. And the sand is actually going to dull the reels and the bed knife on the mower. So if we're clean, it'll be much better for our turf equipment as well.
Okay, that's good advice for everybody. Very good. I know that there has been an issue with that at times, and so certainly we can get as much sand off the green as possible. Let Joel put the sand on the green. We don't need to do it for him. Senior Ryder Cup. We have a winner.
We do, John. So last Friday was the conclusion of a 4-match series for the Senior Men's League Ryder Cup. This is one of their pinnacle events of the year. It's so much fun. We want to congratulate, everyone who participated, I think, had a blast. And on that final day, it was down to the single matches. So I was out there. I was competing against Fergus. Nolan was out there. The pros were involved, which was great. And then at the end of the day, we were all treated to a wonderful fish and chip lunch, and it was great. So it was kind of the launch of some specials that Cameron will talk about a little bit later. But at the end of the day, we tallied all the scores up. Team Red had a bit of a lead going into the final day, but it was really close. It came down to the last couple of matches, but in the end, Team Red, Team Kuzma, Terry Kuzma was the captain. Team Red prevailed, and it was a great 4-round match, and they're very, very happy with it.
Yeah. And they get the picture on the website too, so you can look that up. You can see who's on that team. This week, we got a memo regarding our turf facility. And I just wanted to highlight what was in that memo and, highlight that, keep it in the spotlight, that there is a bit of an urgency to looking at our turf facility. So why don't you talk about that memo?
Yeah, so last week, as we noted, the Ministry of Labour was at the club, requested to go down to the turf facility compound. They had some concern regarding the cold storage area of the building. So it's been deemed it's not accessible, whether it's a contractor or staff. We've cleared everything out of that area. Fortunately, Joel, as the magician that he is, has made all sorts of parking arrangements, and he's got everything coordinated for the operation to continue to operate and still prepare a wonderful golf course every day. We also still have access to the main bay where the equipment is fixed, the offices, the lunchroom, and so on. So that portion of the building is okay to continue to use. And then second to your point, yes, this is right at the forefront. The committees, House Committee and the board, we're working so hard to look at some options for future recommendation to the members, and this is going to be happening, fairly quickly. This is going to be put together. Lots of great work being done by the House Committee, and this news is certainly showing us that something needs to be done here.
Yeah, no kidding. This would be a good year to do it too, as Joel was mentioning. Our lease and all the equipment is up, so we can just send it back and accept the new equipment in the spring. So that gives us some time. We don't have to store equipment over the winter, but there's a lot of work that has to be done. There's permits that have to get, the plans have to be drawn. It's all sorts of stuff that has to be done. So, and then we have to get everything ready for the membership to vote on and everything like that.
Exactly.
So,
and the last note there, and once we have some formal information as to a future membership meeting to look at this project and any effect to the club's long-term debt, we will communicate that and have a date for that meeting if necessary.
Hey, do you think that Mark Carney would consider this a Canada Strong project? What do you think, Mark? Canada Strong project, new turf facility? It helps the environment. Something. Hey, we can apply. You think we'll get it? I don't know. Anyway, hey, we got some Pro Shop deals this week. I hear you got some wedges on sale.
Not just wedges, John. So, we are we're less than a week away from a pretty special day. Canada Day is coming up very shortly. It is next Tuesday. So we have our golf shop, first of all, decked out with all our reds and whites. We have some amazing displays that our team have put together. So here's just a few samples. So FootJoy releases a Canada Day collection every year. We got some beautiful T-shirts. We got some golf shirts. We have our Titleist Pro V1 limited edition Canada Day special as well. But yeah, moving to the wedges, Callaway just released a great promotion to really showcase their new Opus wedges. Those were the wedges that came out mid last season. And right now until August, if you buy wedges in single up to 3, you're going to be getting some discounts. So we have right here. So you buy 3 Opus wedges, you're getting $30 off each wedge. Buy 2 Opus wedges, you're getting $20 off each, and you buy 1, you're getting $10 off each. So it is a great time if you need some new wedges. Now is the time to start considering it. We have a great selection in the shop. If we need to order them in, we can do that as well. Delivery times are fantastic. They're about a week to get the clubs in. So leading up to club championships, I know we're still more than a month away, but a lot of the players love having those fresh grooves. And if we can get some new wedges in your hands, give yourself a couple of weeks to practice with them, you will lead right up into club championship with some really good wedges. So great opportunity. We have Callaway visiting us tomorrow. By the time you see this video, Callaway will be here visiting us from 10 till 3, so you can certainly drop by. You're more than welcome to come over, test out some wedges while they're here, and maybe upgrade your wedges.
Thanks, Tyler. Very good. You got some nice shirts here as well, and some balls. So a lot of stock still left there, and it's great stuff. I thank you for those shoes, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome.
You know, I went to Tyler and after the Father's Day sale, and I said, look, I said triple E, but I need double E shoes. Have you got any in stock? And Tyler's tenacious. Like I just wanted to know if he had any in the house. That's not good enough for Tyler. He went out and he found me the double E shoes that I needed from New Balance. And although I wear sandals most of the time, the shoes that I do wear really hurt my feet when I have to wear them. And so these, I tried them on yesterday, very comfortable. So thank you very much for that. Okay. On the screen now, I'm going to put on a picture of a typical lie, at least that I get, in the rough. And you can see that ball is buried. It is in the rough. It found a hole. Now, these guys, no problem. I mean, their swing speed's what? 150 miles an hour. Who cares? Elliot Riddell, all those guys, they can hit it. I've got a 65 mile an hour swing speed. I got to hit this thing out of here. Okay, and we're going to look at it from 2 points. One, when I have to make a long shot, let's say 150 yards, and one, if I got this lie around the green. So you're going to answer the long shot one, you're going to answer the one around the green. There's the lie. What do you do?
Yeah, that's a pretty gnarly looking shot right there. So first off, always remember, loft is your friend. Whether it be a short shot or a long shot, loft is your friend. So I'm looking at that, and I'm already thinking 5 wood, 7 wood, or even a 9 wood to get into that grass so that it's not getting caught up. With the woods, you have a nice large sole, so they're not going to dig into the ground, right? So you take a lofted fairy wood, or even a mid hybrid, like a 4 hybrid, 5 hybrid, 6 hybrid. There'll be enough loft on that club to get that ball out of the rough quite nicely. So remember, loft is your friend, especially when you're in the rough.
Okay, there you go. Okay, there you go. So something with a little bit of mass behind it, but a little bit of loft on it as well. And good luck.
Close your eyes and swing hard.
Close your eyes and swing hard. Okay, now I've got the same lie, and I'm around the green, and I have to get this thing up and try and stop it somehow. I know from that lie, it's going to be very hard to put spin on it, so it's going to roll out. What are my best options there?
Well, usually Tyler plugs this, but grab a new Opus wedge first of all. Strategy-wise, I mean, you brought up the point first, John. It's not going to spin as much, so we have to be realistic. If it's a tight, short-sided pin, your goal should be, depending on the situation, right? We might be playing it 10 or 15 feet by. You've got to get this on the green. That's going to save you shots. You can play this a little bit like a bunker shot. Great opportunity, in a lesson environment to really learn how to do this. Overall suggestion, right? A little bit more wrist hinge than your typical pitch shot. It's going to help you create a little bit more hand speed through the shot. We've got a lot of grass in this lie, so you're going to need a little bit more swing speed. That's attainable by creating a little bit more wrist hinge. And Tyler's mentioned, loft is your friend, of course. We're going to need a sand wedge or lob wedge to get this on the green.
Well, when you say you play it like a bunker shot, do you mean you want to slide the club underneath that, or do you want to hit it like a regular shot, hit the ball first and then the ground after?
It's okay to hit this just slightly behind the ball.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right, and that's where having a little bit more club head speed, we're using the bounce, hit just slightly behind it. Not maybe a 2 or 3 inches like a full bunker shot, but that will help create the loft to get the ball up with some nice height and landing on the green as softly as possible.
Is it worth opening the club face at that point, or should we just keep it square?
Slightly. That's part of the skill set depending on the environment, and a really good question for lessons. A highly skilled player can play around with a little bit more of an open face there.
Okay. All right. So yesterday I'm playing, and I'm going to show you another screenshot. Everybody on the screen, you're going to see this. This is on the 18th hole. You could see my ball retriever. It's pointed at the stake, the other white stake. And I hit my ball to within an inch of the direct line of sight of that thing. And according to that, my ball should be in bounds. However, there's a line, barely visible, but it's there. And I was on the other side of the line. So my playing partners, one of them mentioned, no, you take the line of sight. I said, no, I don't think so. I think you got to play that line. What's the ruling, Tyler?
Thanks, John. It sounds like you played it properly. So if there is a line, whether it be an out-of-bounds stake, whether it be a penalty area line, like a red line, yellow line, that line is the official in or out. So even if it's not post to post, if there is no line, then you certainly play it that way. If there's no line, but if there is markings, you have to play the markings as they are. So that ball would be considered out of bounds because we do see a visible line going to the next stake.
Yeah, okay. So there you go. If there is a line, now, in 3 days, that line's going to be gone. So I would have been in bounds 3 days from now, but yesterday I was out of bounds. So just so you know, that's how we play it. And I thought I was right on that rule interpretation. Okay, in keeping with that, of course, I had to take it out of bounds on 18. You know, when you're trying to figure out what your score is, what you put into your the computer here, one of the things that I found very, very helpful for me is the Golf Canada app. I use the app on my phone, and it also corresponds to the watch. The watch actually gives you yardages to the middle, front, and they're very, very accurate for Carleton. We take our scopes and measure it. The app is free.
The app is free. So this is, John, you're talking about the Golf Canada mobile app, which is a fantastic app. I actually really encourage all members to download this app. It links right to your Carleton account for score posting. It has a lot of features, including GPS, well, that you were saying. And there's no subscription. You don't have to pay for it. It's included. Remember the days when there was Sky Caddies and all that? You had to pay monthly subscriptions to just have access to GPS. It's completely free. Another thing that's really, really convenient is, so say if you're playing, you're on the 15th hole and you have to be called in for lightning, or you don't finish your round. If you post hole by hole, you don't need to then think about what those scores you would. You just finish posting at 15, and that will record your score.
Oh, wow.
It will automatically adjust your score for the rest of those holes. You don't have to do anything else. Yeah. It's really, really good app to use. And like I said, it links right to your Carleton account. So whether you use the Carleton website to post your scores or Golf Canada has some great additional features.
Okay, so one of the things I love about it, like yesterday on 18, I hit that one out of bounds, so I hit a provisional because I thought I was out of bounds. Hit it out of bounds on the other side. I said, okay, at this point, I'm just going to take a maximum score. So rather than try and figure out what the maximum score is, I just put a 9 in. Mm-hmm. It's not going to record a 9. It's going to record what my maximum score is. It's just got to be high enough so that it does it automatically. So you can put any score in higher than a double bogey or triple bogey, whatever. Make sure it's high enough. You don't have to worry. That's not going to be your score. It's going to figure it out for you. Number 2, I use this in the United States. It works on my course, Mangrove Bay, yardages and everything. Now, those are the pros. It knows all the courses. We played at Cobblestone Park. We played at Shara State Park. So it knew those courses, but sometimes the GPS on those courses don't work for whatever reason. I don't know why. Some do, some don't. So you need a scope with it. So that's a negative on it. Number 2, if you're using it on your phone, don't forget you need data. So if you don't want to use data, you probably want to record it on a Garmin watch or something. But the advantage of using data on your phone, it automatically updates your record at the club. So there are a lot of advantages to it. It's not as robust as, let's say, some of the other stuff we sell where you can, get the courses in Europe on it and get the courses here and there, so that you want the actual yardages. But I say get a laser scope and you've got yardages, so you don't have to worry about it, and use the Golf Canada app for your score. You'll be fine. So yeah, I highly admit, look, I use it on my watch. You can save $400 right there getting a watch app when you use it on your watch.
Hey, we still want to sell some garments.
I'm sorry, buddy, but I got to be honest with people. But you have to pay for the data. That's the only thing. You have to pay for the data on that. We have some wonderful news coming out of the kitchen this week. It's back.
We do. Yeah,
Tell them what's back.
It's time to talk about that. I think Golf Canada's site might crash from all our members downloading that app now. So let's get on to the excitement of kitchen specials. Quesadilla is back this week. It's a vegetarian option, and you're welcome to add chicken to that. There's a buffalo chicken flatbread. Of course, we have the pesto shrimp on the menu. Now we've got a special this week, buffalo chicken, and I think
whoa! What's the big one now? Come on now. He's leaving it out. He didn't do this deliberately. Okay, tell him.
The seniors really enjoyed a beautiful piece of crispy haddock fish and chips. So we're going to run it all week. Really popular option. Tyler and I were fortunate enough to join the group for lunch. It was tremendous. So thanks, chef, for offering that this week. I think we've got over 100 portions, and I bet they're going to go.
Wow, fish and chips back. That's great news. Hey, listen, these poor guys, I was going over the calendar with them. When are we going to get a day off? They're not. Because our calendar is so full. It's so full. Let's talk about that. You're going to see the dates flow up on the screen, so I'm just going to run through them, but we'll talk about some of these. Learn to Love It, again, continues. What are they doing this week in Learn to Love It?
It's exciting. This coming weekend, Saturday and Sunday, it's drivers. We've been leading up. First week was short game, second week was mid game, and this week is long game. So drivers and woods this Saturday and Sunday. And
let's talk about what's going on July 1st, Flag Day.
July 1st, it's an exciting day for us. Canada Day, obviously, so we're going to be running our flag game. There's no registration needed. You sign up on the first tee. If you're interested in playing, it's $15, and it's par plus your handicap. You're given a flag, your name's on the flag, and out you go. And wherever you end up with your last shot, you plant that flag in the ground. So, John, my bet on you, I think you'll get through at least to the 18th hole. You think?
Try about the 10th hole. Boy, I'm playing right now. Some big events coming up. The men's OVGA at Hunt Club will be on July the 6th. So if you can get out and support our men's team, they're in tough. But we're a good team, and I really trust the way they're playing. They're playing well. Followed by a week later, the women's OVGA, and it's at a special place. Talk about that.
A very special place. We're hosting here at Carleton. We're hosting the women's OVGA Intersectionals, so we're really excited about that. And then just a point for the men's and the women's. The spectators are allowed, so you're welcome to come out and support your teams. We only ask, if you are going to the Hunt Club, be in dress code. They do have a dress code there. So do we. So if you are coming, if you're bringing some friends or yourselves to come and watch, come on out, support Team Carleton. It's going to be a great couple of weeks.
Yeah, it should be. And then, of course, on the 18th, these guys don't stop. The women's member guest. And how are we doing for that for registration?
They are going to be soon sold out. So as this video is going out, I sent an email earlier this morning as a reminder to the women. They're at 85% sold out as of this morning. I think by the end of Thursday, by the end of when you're watching this video, they'll be sold out. This is going by really quick.
Okay. Hey, Tyler, I forgot to ask you, or maybe when is the Open? Because we have another pool going, right? British Open? Okay.
I think we're still 3 weeks away.
3 weeks away. Okay, good. I don't want to miss it this time. I know who I'm voting for. I know what I'm going for.
Scotty.
I gotta be Scotty. Okay, and on July 20th, our juniors are competing at Camelot in their OVGA event, and we want to wish them the best of luck. And then on the 21st, Black Tea Challenge, guys, 53. You got to put those posters up. People got to see. We got to see the Black Tea Challenge. And then on the July 25th, we have the men's member guest. And how are we doing with that?
Yeah, the men's member guest is going really, really well. And you know, it's funny because I sent an email out yesterday, which was Tuesday afternoon. They're at 85% sold out as well. So both our member guests are doing extremely well for signups. The men's member guest is certainly the pinnacle of the men's events. The women's member guest is the pinnacle of the ladies' events. And both these fields will be sold out, guaranteed. Sponsorship options are available for both. So if you're interested in sponsoring or showcasing your company, they are accepting sponsorship for sponsoring a whole or just some general. If you want to donate prizes for the prize table, they'd be very grateful for anything that you want to provide.
Thank you very much. And so it's a very must for you guys. And August, I don't think it's going to get any better with club championships and everything. Maybe after the club championships, we'll give you a couple of days off then. But it looks like you guys are going to be hustling. You got a lot of weddings too that are coming, and so yeah, it's going to be very busy here. Anyway, gentlemen, ladies, my friends in the background here are making a lot of noise. I think that's it for today. So until next week, everybody, play well.